Welcome back to another episode of Grizzly Books True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today we're going to be looking at the news of a new body found very close to where Gabby Petito's remains were found. The timeline doesn't match anything to do with the Gabby Petito case necessarily, unless we're dealing with another killer in the area, which could be interesting. So I just thought we could have a look at that. Okay, so let me start off just by telling you who was found and when and how and what, and how does this fit into any timeline, if any, right? So Moose, Wyoming, search teams located the body of missing 26-year-old Texas man Jared Hembree today in Grand Teton National Park. His body was found near Owl Hill in the eastern part of the park. Rangers arrived to the scene and recovered Hembree's remains. The National Park Service and Teton County Sheriff's Office are conducting an investigation into what occurred. So that'll still be Dr. Brent Blue, the coroner, right? A search was initiated on Thursday, October 21st, after park law enforcement received a call expressing concern about Hembree's welfare after an interaction with him outside of the park's eastern boundary. Hembree's vehicle was located unattended at Game Warden Point parking area in the eastern part of the park. The 4-day intensive search involved over 80 members, Grand Teton Park staff, members of the Teton County Sheriff's Office, members of Teton County Search and Rescue, members of Teton County, Idaho Search and Rescue, the Civil Air Patrol, and members of Wyoming Highway Patrol were all involved in search efforts. TC Search and Rescue provided assistance with a helicopter and a drone. The Civil Air Patrol provided assistance with a fixed-wing airplane. Search and rescue dog teams and horse teams were also involved. The park and all those involved in the search extend their condolences to Jared Hembree's family and friends. So we don't yet know the cause of death. I mean, this could be another case like Robert Lowry's, where perhaps he took his own life. We don't know because there's a welfare check that happened right before based on an interaction outside of the park. So that's interesting, but the location is pretty interesting. So who's ready for map time? You know what time it is. It's map time. Okay, so let's put the map on here. So if we look at this map, I might have to just make myself slightly smaller. If we look at the map, then you can see this is Owl Road and this is Owl Hill. And if you just look, here was where Gabby's remains were found, and this is where the van was found. So they said close to, remember when I first said map time, I said Moran, but Moran, right? Remember that Brian Laundrie allegedly went from Culter Bay Village and hitchhiked back to camp. So he would have sort of passed around here, I would assume. Let's just see that he went there and then he went here. Yep, and to the entrance of the camp. So we definitely looked at this area at other map times. But I know that some of you in the chat this morning said that this guy went missing in June, but apparently he only went missing on October 21st, and today's October 26th, and it was yesterday or today that they found his remains. So it's not connected to Brian, but it is interesting that this happened in this area. I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, I wonder how far this would be. Let's see if we can use this measure distance of the area. So we go from here, yes, and we want to go to here. 5,066 meters in feet. No, man. Centimeters. 5,000 meters. 5 kilometers in miles. 3 miles. So within 3 miles. Within 3 miles of where Gabby's body was found. Now here's also this Elk Ranch. I wonder how to exit this. There we go. Elk Ranch Reservoir. And here's the Owl Reservoir, which is interesting. I just want to see Ul Hill. They said his body was found where now? Game Warden Point. I wonder if I could... the Game Warden Point. You know, I know there's like hunting grounds there, right? So let's see if we can add Game Warden Point. It's not really coming up here. Nope, it's not coming up. It just says Warden Point. But somewhere around here, Ul Road and Ul Hill. There's Ul Draw. And where's that elk reserve? Wait. There's like hunting grounds right here somewhere. Here. Allegedly. A lot of you guys have said I must look into hunters that could be here. Which is interesting. What if there's like a crazy hunter, I don't know, hunting people? That would be quite scary. But I just wanted to show you this map time of how close it is. Now we know it's like 3 miles apart. But as we know, it could have been Jared taking his own life. It could be. We don't know yet what his cause of death was. Okay, and then I thought it would be interesting as well to have a look. Let me close the map. At how many bodies have been found since searching for Brian Laundrie. There's already 9 now. They were initially saying 7, but now there's 9. So here they say at least 10 bodies in the hunt for Gabby Petito's boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. The 5-week search for Brian Laundrie has come to an end, but authorities have revealed the grim find they made along the search trail. At least 10 bodies have now been discovered across the US since Gabby Petito's murder, as more remains have been found near where the vlogger was killed. Jared Hembree, the one we just discussed, was last seen October 21st in the park where Gabby Petito's remains were found last month. Search teams found Jared's remains near Ul Hill in the eastern part of the park on Sunday, according to the East Idaho News. Rescue efforts were launched on Thursday after cops received a call that expressed concern about his welfare. Hembree's car was found in the parking area of Game Warden Point, but he was nowhere to be seen. Grand Teton National Park law enforcement rangers, Teton County Sheriff's Office deputies, and Teton County Search and Rescue were involved in the operation. So this we just saw, right? Then shocking body count. Search for Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie has unearthed at least 10 bodies, or 10. It was 7, then 9 now. They say 10 here. As cops probe sightings and find remains along the leads. Or following leads, right? So, one, we've got here, homeless man in Walmart, Alabama. Remember when they found a black backpack and then a homeless man where they thought they'd spotted Brian Laundrie? 2, married couple in Utah, Kylan and Crystal. 3, the hiker suicide in Wyoming, right? Robert Lowry. 4, where's that? Unidentified body in California. 5, remains found in North Carolina. 6, missing woman's body found in Colorado. We did that one as well before. 7, Gabby Petito, remains found in Wyoming. 8, Brian Laundrie, body found in Colton Reserve, Florida. Mayakahatchee Environmental Creek. And 9, Jared Hembree, remains found in Wyoming. So this map does still say 9, but then the title says 10. That's why I thought 9. But let's see if there's a... Who's the 10th one? Comes just after a month. It comes just a month after FBI detectives unearthed the remains of 22-year-old vlogger Gabby Petito. Gabby was on a cross-country trip with fiancé Brian Laundrie when she went missing. Her body was found on September 19th. She was strangled to death. Coroners revealed that the vlogger wasn't pregnant at the time of her death. Laundrie's remains were found a month later at Mayakahatchee Creek Environmental Park near Colton Reserve. FBI detectives found a partial skull, but a cause of death has not been established. Laundrie's body has been sent to an anthropologist, a forensic anthropologist, for more tests after an autopsy was inconclusive. The other bodies include married couple found murdered in Utah, right? Kylan and Crystal. A man who died by suicide in Wyoming swamp. Okay. In a Wyoming swamp. And remains were unearthed during a search for a woman who disappeared in a California desert in June. Sarah Bayard, 55, was first reported missing on July 4th. She was last seen at a convenience store in Parker, Colorado on June 28th. Yeah, Lauren Cho, I thought so. They say unidentified, but it ended up being Lauren Cho, am I right? Got to look more into that story as well. So she was last seen at a convenience store. Gabby had checked in on Instagram at nearby Mountain Rocks on the same day El Paso County Sheriff's Office received the missing report on Bayard. She and Laundrie also checked in closer to Parker in Colorado Springs on July 8th. Bayard's cause and manner of death have not been released, the Denver Channel reported. So are they trying to link it? Sarah Bayard was reported missing on July 4th, last seen at a convenience store in Parker, Colorado on June 28th. Gabby had checked on Instagram at nearby Monument Rocks on the same day El Paso County Sheriff's Office received the missing one. Well, that's interesting. Sorry, I just had to read that again. I'm like, what? Bayard's cause and manner of death have not yet been released, the Denver Channel reported. Lauren Cho, perhaps the most high-profile body discovery mentioned in the thread, came over the weekend as part of the search for Lauren Cho. Cho, a 30-year-old chef from New Jersey, vanished on June 28th after setting out for a solo walk in California's Yucca Valley Desert. Yes, authorities announced the discovery of human remains in the Yucca Valley earlier this month, but have not said whether they believe they belong to Cho. Wyoming hiker, we know about this one as well. We looked at that, at an episode on that one. Robert Bob Lowry, 46, vanished on August 20th while visiting Wyoming's Grand Teton National Forest near Grand Teton National Park. The father of two was last seen on the Black Canyon Trail carrying a black duffel and collapsed tent. His family had been searching for him for weeks but had no leads. However, Teton County Sheriff's Deputy Chad, I just want to see, my mic is pinging like red as if I'm talking too loud. Teton County Sheriff's Deputy Chad Sachs told NBC Dateline this week that it was the recent coverage of Gabby's tragic murder that encouraged members of the public to come forward with tips about Lowry's last known movements. Lowry's body was found on August 27th and a coroner confirmed his death was he took his own life. North Carolina remains. On October 9th, authorities announced that human remains were found by the Blue Bridge Parkway in North Carolina, where dozens of people claim to have seen Laundrie in recent weeks. The cause of death was ruled a homicide. The FBI was quick to clarify that the recovery had nothing to do with the Laundrie case. The body discovered along the Blue Bridge Parkway on Saturday is part of an ongoing investigation. Okay. At this time, there's no evidence to connect or any reason to believe it's related to the search for fugitive Brian Laundrie. The remains were later identified as Josue Calderon, 33, of Rhode Island, according to the Charlotte Observer. The Utah newlyweds, two of the bodies mentioned in the Reddit thread, right, or as we know, we've done episodes on this as well, were found before the Laundrie manhunt began, but investigators have said it's possible that they are linked. Newlyweds Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner were found shot dead in the La Salle mountain range in Utah on August 18th, 5 days after they were last seen at Woody's Tavern in Moab on August 13th, according to Fox News. The couple had been married for just 4 months and lived in a camper van. They had reportedly complained about a man creeping them out shortly before they were killed. Days earlier, cops with the Moab Police Department responded to a call about a fight between Gabby and Laundrie. As the Laundrie case gained more and more attention, cops investigating the newlyweds' death said they were not ruling out the possibility that the cases were linked. However, investigators later said they do not believe the cases were connected. And then we've got Alabama man. A body was discovered near a dumpster at a Walmart in Mobile, Alabama on September 20th, sparking rumors that it could be Laundrie. However, authorities quickly confirmed that the body was not connected to the Laundrie case. The person who died has not been named publicly, but police said he was homeless. I mean, that's just sad, right? I like that they put this here at the bottom of the article, like, need to talk to someone. They've got like all kinds of helplines. That is awesome. So yes, that is very interesting. All these bodies, thank goodness, that have been found. It was missing people. People had no answers. At least then, you know, it's very, very sad, but their remains were found. So that is good. I just want to see this one as well. They're talking here about 7 bodies. When was this article dated? Because now there's 10 already. Doesn't really say. The Laundrie family attorney, Stephen Bertolino, said that Brian's parents are heartbroken by the discovery of personal items and suspected human remains. Okay. Right. And I believe, yes, they've left their house and staying somewhere else in Florida right now. We'll talk about that later. So we've got Sarah Bayard. We've done that one. Robert Lowry. Kylan Crystal. Gabby. Lauren Cho, yeah, they're all listed here. So there are 9 or 10 bodies that have been found due to the searches that went on for Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. So that's sort of a silver lining, even though it's actually very sad and scary. Interesting. Okay, now let's do a quick commercial break and then we'll wrap it up. So if you want to get your own Grizzly Map Time merch, that is available now. You can get that on the link in the description box below for the merch. If you want to get the hectic, oh my word, stuff, you can get that as well as Keep It Grizzly. These are just examples of what's available. There's lots of items available for each range. Then, of course, we've got Map Time biker shorts. We've got Keep It Grizzly sweaters, tumblers, pencil bags, joggers, backpacks, and everything else that you could possibly want. Let me know what your favorite item is as well. And of course, if you send me your pictures, I can share it like this. And if you share me or show me your fan art, that's also, I really love fan art. It's so, so sweet of you to make this stuff for me. I really love it so much. So thank you so, so much. Here's another one of the fan arts. I love this one so much. It's so cute. And then, of course, we've got the Let It Be range. Mine is on the way. I believe I ordered the pink hoodie. I think that's what I ordered. I see the cell phone covers are turning out quite nice. A few of you have bought that. So that's amazing. Thank you for doing that. All proceeds are going for all the merch. Will be donated to the Gabby Petito Foundation. That would be until October 31st. And that was just because it's the end of the month. It's not got anything to do with... You know what I realized is it's a bit weird that it's October 31st that I pinned as the date based on Gabby's last post saying like Happy Halloween. It's a bit weird, actually. When I thought about the timing, I'm like, that's weird. But it's just for the end of the month, right? 31st of October. All the funds raised from the merch lines, all the merch lines will be donated to the Gabby Petito Foundation. And then from then onward, the Let It Be and obviously the Melon Boy merch, that will always be donated to the Gabby Petito Foundation. Any funds raised from that. And then the rest of the merch, we'll see what else we can do with that. So thank you so, so much to everyone who has bought items there. I really appreciate it. If you're having any issues, I believe you should use Google Chrome and not Safari on Apple devices, because Apple devices don't like the checkout process of Teespring, which is interesting. Apple devices also don't like the membership thing here on YouTube. So you have to go on Chrome to join or use the link in the description box to join. So there's that. Okay, so thank you so much for bearing with me with that for that commercial break. So what else did I want to tell you? So I've told you about that. How are y'all doing? Thank you so much for being here. We've got 31,708 Grizzlies now. My goodness, you are the most wonderful community. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for all your support, for everything that you do for me. Subscribing is a way of supporting. So if you are just watching this and not subscribed and you want to support me and my channel, all you got to do is subscribe and hit the bell and maybe leave a comment. That would be amazing. Leave some comments, leave some of your thoughts on any of the topics we discuss here below. I do my best to read them. I definitely can't respond to I can't even say all of them to even half of them. I can't respond to 10% of them. There's so many comments, but I definitely do enjoy reading them. I just sit on my couch in the evening. My husband and I each have like a couch. We each have our own couch, which is quite nice. We sit there and we watch something. Last night I watched The Other Guys, which I like that movie. It's so funny, with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. We watch The Other Guys, and normally we watch Beverly Hills 90210, which I know is like, what? Yeah, it's because that's the break from true crime, you know? So I either like comedies or I like stuff like Beverly Hills 90210, especially the old school stuff, like from the 90s. So cool. So watching that, and then I just scroll and try to read as many comments as possible. So thank you for leaving your comments. Thank you for subscribing, for hitting that bell. I really, really appreciate it. I can't wait for this community to keep on growing, because you all support each other as well, and you all have very amazing conversations between yourselves as well. I love seeing that when a whole conversation thread unfolds between you. That's awesome. So thank you for that. Thank you also to everyone who has used the Buy Me a Coffee link to buy me a whiskey, a coffee, a scented candle, and this week I'm doing power smoothies. So if you want to buy me a power smoothie to keep my health, you know, keep me strong, especially now that winter is creeping in, it's getting real cold here in the Netherlands, then you can just click that link in the description box and buy me a power smoothie. I like to change it up, you know, keep it fresh. We'll see what we do next week or in the next few days or whatever. I'll change it to something else again. But thank you so much to everyone who bought me a scented candle recently. I actually have one going right here again. Wait. The other one is completely finished, and now I have this one, which is pumpkin spice flavored. Love it. So thank you so much. I got this from Hima in the Netherlands. So all the money you donate through Buy Me a Coffee, when you donate towards a scented candle, then I went out and bought some scented candles, and I bought quite a bunch of these. So I really appreciate it. It makes my office just feel more homey, you know, because I spend a lot of time in here, like maybe a little bit too much time in here, but I'm really enjoying making all this content for you guys. So yes, so thank you for that. And to all the new members, welcome. If you don't know what membership is and you click the join button, you can check out the different levels. I've got only 2 levels, $1.99, $4.99. You can join. It's just for extra support. That's all it is. So just a little bit of encouragement for me, and you get some perks in return, which is like custom emojis. You get your name highlighted in all the live stream chats. You get, if you're a superstar Grizzly, which is $4.99 a month, which is, it's really not that much, right? It's like a cup of coffee, but you get at least, I would say, 4 videos per month that no one else sees, only you would see. And generally I take you around the Netherlands, I take you on walks in the village, I just show you things and talk a little bit more about, answer questions that you guys have for me. So thank you so much to all the members who have joined that. I really appreciate it. What else can I tell you? Okay, so I'll see you again later for another video or the next live stream or whatever it may be. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here. That's it for the story for today. So let's keep tabs on, if you find it first, please let me know on what happened to Jared Hembree, to see what his cause of death would be. I'd be very interested. If that's something like gunshot, that's going to be quite shocking. But, and I mean, not self-inflicted, you know what I mean? If that turns out to be a homicide, it's going to be very interesting. So let's just keep tabs on that, as well as all the other cases we're looking at. Daniel Robinson, Jelani Day, Kylan, and Crystal, of course. And then from tomorrow, whenever you're watching this, on Wednesday the 27th, Wednesday the 27th of October, I'm relaunching the Chris Watts Discovery document that I was working on. I got up to page, I think, 264 out of a 2,000 page document. So I'm going to recap those first part 1 to 11. It's on the playlist. I'm going to recap that on October 27th. And then every Wednesday, it's kind of like Watts Island Wednesday. I know the community talks about the case like Watts Island. So Watts Island Wednesdays, kind of at the Carve It Up coffee time. So midday for me, morning for America, afternoon or evening for Australia and New Zealand. Hope to see you there. I'll be doing that. Those ones will be a little bit longer, probably an hour for those Chris Watts episodes. So I look forward to doing that for you every single Wednesday, especially for the OGs, the first 500 people that were here. Actually, the first 658 people who were here. And then, damn. yeah, since then, there's more of you Grizzlies who've joined, and I'm so grateful. If you missed this morning's Carve It Up Coffee Time, please go check it out. I talked about the new victim of serial killer John Wayne Gacy being identified. There were 6 unidentified people in that case, and now at least they've identified 1 more person. So there's still 5 more unidentified. But yes, it was very sad to now put a name. That's great, actually putting a name to an unidentified person, but then seeing his photos and everything, it makes me sad, to just see, oh man, like, John Wayne Gacy did some terrible things. If you want to know all about the case, I wrote a whole book on it. I wrote 4 books so far in true crime. I've taken a break from writing books because I'm just making so much content here on YouTube. So this is better for my mental health as well. So I wrote on Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, and Eileen Wuornos. If you haven't checked that out yet, please check it out in the link below, grizzly-books.com. And if you do check out my books, please also leave your rating or review. I think you could just rate it if you don't want to say something, but your rating or review on Amazon especially helps me a lot for my audiobooks, for my ebooks, or my paperbacks. I would really appreciate it. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next one, and I wish you a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening ahead whenever you are watching this.